We are at ASG Paintball Park in Paris, California for WCPPL Event 2. The turnout was good for this event. I believe, 105, 106 X-Ball teams, 23-man teams, which is still great numbers. A little bit down from our last event. Graduation, life, I think is catching up with people, but still a great turnout. We keep the competition high, and I think what has fed the competition being high is the West Coast. I mean, we have great weather, right? Guys play 365 out here. And I mean, it's a breeding ground. Our population is more dense out here than anywhere else. And 15 years of doing it has led to players that started out at the bottom now getting up into this premier division, which is kind of a hybrid D2 semi-pro division. And it's super competitive. And again, cost effective. You know, a lot of semi-pro teams, we believe at the NXL, end up blowing apart because they just don't have good success, right? You have a couple bad events, and part of their business plan is to win and use that money and get sponsorship, and that never materializes and teams just go away. Out here, we've kept it cheap. You know, there's something to be said. I think when you don't have enough teams, it's hard for a handful of teams, 4 or 5 teams, it's hard, not impossible, but hard for them to push each other to be better. When you have 15 premier teams out here, it's competitive. Our 15th team is competitive. There's pros on that team. So when you have the numbers we have, it's just consistently pushing everybody to get better. Even the teams that go 1-3, 2-2 and don't make it, 0-4, whatever it is, are getting better. If they were to step back to Division 3, they would wipe people out. So it seems to be the formula that's working well out here, right? Our league it's not always been like this. We've had events where there's 3 or 4 or 5 premier teams, but we stuck with it. We put our money where our mouth was, and I think we cultivated the talent that we have. The Misfits was an easy one to talk about last year. They won our Division 3 and then went to World Cup, stepped up the next Division 2, and I believe they tied one game and just beat everybody else all the way through to win Division 2. It's kind of a testament to the level of quality out here. And then, I mean, really the big one you probably talk about was San Diego Aftermath, right? Every guy on that team has played Premier here and kind of made his bones playing Premier here, and then moved up there. And with a rebuild this season, I think a lot of people thought Aftermath was going to be a bottom 3 team, and they've surprised a lot of people on the way, right? Top 10. I mean, they're doing very well right now. So, I mean, there's many stories. The Collision guys have spun a lot of talent out of their camp. The Hunters have. Regime has guys that play in it, that play pro. TJ Bastards is another team that won the first event, got second at this event. Just a lot of grassroots, great paintball, and we've been allowed to adjust our points as needed to fit and suit what helps us. The APPA and the NXL has done a great job with the points. A lot of people don't like the point system. It ranks people out. You know, I think the APPA's point system and the NXL's rule book is what has worked for them. But Chris at APPA has allowed us to make our own adjustments as a league. And same with any other league out there in America or in the world that uses APPA, they're allowed to adjust their points. So for us, we've made some tweaks on the points. Our premier division is basically semi-pro, and we've done it. Our Division 5 is pretty green. You brought up our 3-man, Division 6, which is just you've never played tournament paintball, you're getting your feet wet. We believe we've put the steps at a place where teams can do good, but then are forced to move up. Because if you don't ever move teams up, the same teams keep beating everybody up and people get tired of it. If you have no chance ever, no matter what facet of life it is, I think it gets difficult, right? You have no chance to win something. Why do we need to do this? Hot summer day, it's 105 out. Do we want to go to the paintball field and lose? No, we want to have a chance to win. So I think that's what we have done at the WC to promote and push teams up. Future plans for the league, you know, I mean, I think I would be surprised if most leagues out there don't have a high side plan and a low side plan. I kind of feel like the economy is in a rough spot right now. You know, you're hearing people losing jobs, stuff like that. So I don't think we're going to get too crazy, but growth is coming, expansion is coming. We're going to keep doing it, and I think our business model works because people copy our business model, like pound for pound, inch for inch. So, you know, our goal is to get mobile. You know, we'd like to be in Vegas next year. The NXL is supposedly coming for event 1, so if they do it in the early spring, we probably won't be there in the spring, but our goal is to try to get a finale event. It would be cool to have our finale and then just a super regional event is what I would refer to it as, where we give away a lot of money and make it the biggest regional event we can make it. So that's kind of our goal for the future, and our footprint will get bigger. Without directly saying where we're going, it's on the whiteboard.
Awesome, Mike. Any last things you want to add?
I just appreciate everybody out there. I'm a huge fan of the game, big nerd of the game. I love it. It's, you know, I'll be here until my last breath, and thankful for everybody out there that supports us, that's ever supported us 15 years ago if you played one of our events. You know, we'll hope to see you again. Come on out. It's always cool at these events when somebody we all haven't seen in 5 or 10 years shows up, especially us younger or kind of getting older guys. We see some of the OGs show up out here, and it's just cool to see. So we're going to be here, right? Plan on being here in 15 more years and keeping it going. So if you've been part of it, come on out, say what up. You don't even got to play paintball, just come say what up. So besides that, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Violence is always pushing the envelope, making paintball look super cool, and we appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Definitely. Thank you, guys.